All right, what up, what up, what up, what up? Got another one driving weird. What they do, they be doing their antics with all of them. People be thinking they fooling me or something. It's just so crazy how the vibe, like you can feel the energy, you know what I mean? Folks be really thinking they on something. Ain't none of them on nothing. They don't get how far ahead we are of them. All y'all. Uh, I gotta get up here. Uh, yeah, I got everything mapped out already, buddy. And these folks don't get. That's why I move the way I move efficiently. And now these folks, you know, the people who actually matter, they kind of back me. It seems like, oh, they kind of back me. They support me. Like they keep hollering Batman and stuff. So that's good news, man. I'm really tired of this cold already, man. It ain't working for me. There's several different reasons it ain't working for me at all. But we're gonna do what we do. Feel me? But yeah, it's already like 10:30. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to just take it easy and chill out for tonight. Probably get ready tomorrow morning. And usually that's not my routine, but we'll see. I got to see what I'm going to do tomorrow, how I feel, and all that, and what time it is, the timing, and all that. That matters. Critical. But yeah, I just be paying attention to everything, man. If you folks don't think I'm up on game and don't think I'm on point, believe me, you're wrong. If you don't think I'm always ready and prepared at all times, you got me confused, little homie. Believe me, you. Hold up. But yeah, you got like readings and downloads coming out right now, constantly questioning if I'm human or not. You know, when you got that kind of environment and that's really in question at this point, and there's so much going on, like nonstop, yeah, you might want to start thinking. That's my advice. I advise you folks to start thinking and making better decisions. Real talk, because I'm paying attention to everybody and everything. Just understand that. I want to make it crystal clear. And when I do live streams, it's great because the camera's rolling. You understand? So there's nothing that folks can do or say. And what's weird about it is that anyone would be, on that type of time of energy. Like that's the weird part because there's no place for it. You know, folks should be showing me love, support, donating, paying me. Like it's just a bad look. You know what I mean? It's really genuinely not a good look. Like, and that's the problem with social media. It becomes like this thing that's just an odd energy and it's weird. Like, and it's not the way it should be. And that's why I'm not giving no options. I'm going to change this to what it's supposed to be completely positive energy, loving energy, supporting energy, Like, I'm the tough guy. I do all the tough stuff. I do all the real stuff. Like, I don't get it. I mean, there's conventional approaches and everything, and there's opportunities available. We've talked about everything 8 million times. So there's no way for folks to talk around it or pretend it doesn't exist or conversate that, that there's plenty of opportunities for folks to, pick a position, make a stance, stand on business, prove they're tough or prove themselves or prove who they are or prove anything. Like I said, I should be the least of people's concerns. Like, I should not be that important to folks. I really shouldn't. I shouldn't be that important to you. And that's what I don't understand. It's odd. And it 100% all stems from folks being jelly. You know what I mean? While they got folks on here copying my rhetoric every time that I talk. You know, like this is the way that they made the game. And this is why I keep talking about it, and I'm going to continue to. I'm going to continue to expose everything and call y'all out publicly until you change your behavior. It's that simple. You don't have a choice. I'm a grown man. I don't have anything to prove. I done proved it all. I've been tough my entire life. Like, what are you talking about? I'm out here chilling. I don't have enemies. I'm good with everybody. Like, what? I show people nothing but love and positivity. And I'm out here to be happy and, be in a good, safe, solid environment. And like I said, there's rules to follow. It's just like when we out here every day, like we out here in the streets, but people forget there's still rules. There's always rules. You can't just do whatever you want and say whatever you want. It doesn't work that way. Even though it looks like we're all out here, and like I be dolo, I'm out here by myself all the time. I'm always by myself. Almost always. Not always, but most of the time. You know? Like I had that lunch today, that was cool. Like, nah, that dude is cool as hell, man. He's super nice, bro. He's a good dude, man. So like I try to be a good friend back. He's a good guy, man. I got to give him his credit. He's a good dude. So I'm about loyalty, man. That's my brother in Christ. That's how I refer to it. You know, and that's what it is. You know, all y'all online don't need to understand it. But yeah, they be in their feelings when I make a friend. Like, what? And I'm just saying, my friend. I mean, I don't have to spell it out. You can look at him. He looks different than most of the folks that we see. Let's just say that, right? Isn't that ironic? Like, isn't that ironic? That's what I'm saying, man. It's just, I don't know, but I have nothing but positivity to say about him. Good things. He's a good dude. Um, but yeah, it was like we ate. Um, Wingstop was delicious. It was good. It was really good. Um, I had that barbecue and Parmesan, garlic Parmesan. That's my favorite. That's what I used to always get if I ever ate there. I used to get that all the time, but like I said, I don't got money like that now. Not right now, at least. I don't know about in the future and all that. But yeah, that's the whole thing, man. People just kind of be what they on, and it's irrelevant. And that's all I'm saying is, you always get this new age millennials and entitled folks and people, who can't get it together, can't get right. There's a whole bunch of can't. There's a whole bunch of you. There's a whole bunch of can't get rights. And all I'm saying is, when it can't get right, tries to pretend and acts like they're going to pull you into their nonsense and their energy. I mean, these are people who I've heard them on the phone And people told them straight up, like, I'm not really trying to deal with you right now. Like, like it ain't just me. These are folks that are really problematic and can't get rights. They can't get right. You know, they're all over the place with it. And that may be cute for them because they have a support system and they can afford to get away with it and, you know, fail all the time and never accomplish anything and be jelly of me for years. But that's what this is all about. And which I don't get how smart I am. When these people start catching charges and felony charges, felonies, and walking into felonies of their own accord, the reason why that's so important is it creates a paper trail. See the point? A paper trail is what they always tell you to create and have for court purposes. I'm making every right move. And that's just one side of the spectrum. And this is the reality. I told you, I'm like Young Buck, the rapper. Like, you know, I've always been a dude that I'm from the street. I'm a very active street dude. I get busy, bro. Okay. I'm pretty much untouchable. I'm the real deal. So I'm really about that life. I come from that, right? For real. And you can see it, right? And my whole youth and whole growing up, man, I used to show up to every, you know, we'll just call it event, anywhere I was at. I was always on point, ready to go. Like people told me, like that's crazy, bro. Like the way you roll around is crazy. Like I really was on it like that coming up, you know, out there in all them places. Like when I made a name for myself in Oliveda Park, I used to pull up in my red F-150 with the music up as high as possible. I'm talking real loud, not normal loud. I'm talking where the speakers were, you know what I mean? Where I had to get new speakers and stuff. Like I'd roll up, park the thing on the grass. Like you understand, like I'm from the country, bro. So this was like, you know, a difference, you know, being down here when they brought me down here first. That's the thing. Like I come from a different territory. I come from a whole different walk of life. You know what I mean? And I just got kind of put here, and I think it's part of God's plan. I know it is. But I learned a lot, you know. I've adjusted some, but I'm not going to adjust for any place or people, you know, I'm me. But like I said, I'm pretty East Texas, West Texas, man. I'm a cowboy. Don't get it confused. You know what I mean? So, and you can hear it when I talk. So, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I'm the real deal, man. You know, I don't play games. I don't tolerate nonsense. And I'm a very tough man and tough person and tough dude. It's not a persona. It's not an act. But like I said, you have to get smart when there's too much going on. There's too many folks against me. I've done defeated all these witches, covens, female and male. I've defeated everyone. Defeated the entire Freemasons. The Bavarian Freemasons I defeated. Um, these are the people that meet at Bohemian Grove. You know, these are the people who work in the White House and the Capitol. They're all connected. They're Masons. You know, like I said, Aleister Crowley birthed the Bush family. They're satanic. They're demonic as hell. And they have people everywhere. They have agents, and that's what they do. They literally use their agents and they deploy them. They deploy their agents, right? And they target folks like me, and they want us to be silenced. They want us to not talk, you know? And the truth is, you've looked at all the whistleblowers and what happened. I mean, there's stories in the newspaper and in the media every day. So I got to really, you know, have some, you know what, I got to have some courage and bravery to be doing what I'm doing. And that's why when folks think that, you know, when they are delusional and can't grasp reality of who they're dealing with, like I said, I'm going to take advantage of that and run with that. I'm making every right decision. Like I said, so one end of the spectrum, I'm creating a paper trail, which is exactly what I'm supposed to do. Like if there was a coach for this, I could be the coach on how to win when everyone's against you. Real talk. Ask anybody. Even the enemy got to admit that. You feel me? So, like, I've gained a lot of respect through this. Is what you don't get. You really done me a huge favor. You know what I mean? As usual, with enemies like this, who needs friends? Feel me? So one side of the spectrum, we're now creating a paper trail, and I got You know, I mean, pretty much without trying, I have tons of documented evidence. I have a lot. I really do. And there's a lot of documented evidence on the internet publicly that will never go away because it's on the internet and they don't remove it because they're not whatever making the right decisions or thinking. So you know, got a lot of evidence. All right, I'm filing federal lawsuits. I'm going to be filing a lot of lawsuits in time. I'm patient. I'm in no rush. Everything is in God's timing, divine timing. Right. And yeah, one end of the spectrum, I'm creating a paper trail, and it still seems like it has to do with the enemy. It still has to do with these people who are connected to all this stuff that I'm shutting down, and my stance against corruption and all of this nonsense that we don't want in our communities. We don't want it. We don't want it down here at all. Whatever y'all doing, that's your thing. Take it somewhere else. You're straight up not going to do it here. None of you. I promise you. You all vastly underestimate me. I have too much power, and I'm too strong, and I'm too smart. I'm real talk, and I'm too well trained. That's what folks don't get. I didn't take on, one entity. I'm taking on everything and everybody and winning by myself. That's why, people respect me. That's why people are hollering Batman, because people respect what I'm doing. This is my job, bro. Self-appointed, 100%. No, I got appointed by God. See, that's the thing. So to clarify a little bit more for you, because y'all never seem to understand anything. This is spilling everywhere. That'll be all right. But yeah, man, you folks, you don't think too much, man. I don't think you ever gonna figure it out. But one side of the spectrum, we're creating a paper trail. That's number one, right? The next side of the spectrum, because there is a next side of the spectrum, believe it or not. Okay. I mean, I'm the guy, like I said, who shut down all the illegal operations, shut down all the illegal organizations, right? Shut down all these people, shut down all of them, shut down the cartel, shut down all the gangs. Me, not nobody else, me. When there's a problem, who are you going to call? Not the Ghostbusters, you call Batman. That's the truth. I still see them posting fake videos, right? And when I say fake, I'm not saying that these things aren't happening. I'm saying that it doesn't prove anything, but that y'all are silly and soft and weird, and that y'all commit a lot of crimes, and then you think that you're not going to get held accountable. Like, no, that's not reality. The cartel messes up all the time. They make mistakes. Remember when y'all made that mistake at McDonald's and that came out in the paper? Y'all make a lot of mistakes, because that's what I'm saying. It's just people they recruit that work for the devil. That's all it is. There's nothing special or tough about any of them. And they're not well trained. None of them. All these gang members and stuff, man, I see them. Some of them go into other countries, or they come over here and they have their agenda, right? And you ain't seen some of these interviews where they telling the folks on camera, they put them on camera and they say, don't come here. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, they literally have to say, like, don't come here. Like, it's bad. Don't come here. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. People, you gotta understand. Them folks build armies, bro. They build armies, and y'all keep embellishing and saying that there's something they're not. But there's one man who's defeating them, and it's me, Tyree Sneed, Batman. And I don't hide from nobody. Y'all know who I am. I don't hide my identity. I don't need to. This is a cakewalk. This is the easy part. That's what y'all don't get. The valley and all this down here next to Mexico, this was easy for me. This wasn't even difficult. This is easy. Y'all don't scare me at all. What can you do? There's too many laws and there's too many rules. And I'm not hiding behind them at all. You understand? Like, I got them shook. All these people, all of them, they know what it is. Real talk. And that's the thing. When you standing up to the devil, you gotta have God with you, man. You know what I mean? That's the thing. I have my own opinions, bro. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me what it is. Like talk is cheap, bro. At the end of the day, I'll always feel the same way. I'm not saying too much because I'm trying to be nice and polite and respectful to everybody, but there's a lot I could say. People talk too much. I'm not. Talk means nothing. You can talk all day. Like I said, I'm not necessarily in agreement with anybody. I don't care about what folks talking about. Like I said, I'm directly connected to God. You understand? I'm not concerned about none of that other stuff. So but what other people are on, I just let them be on it. Like, I'll tolerate it, especially if it's helping me to move forward, and it's people I care about. But like I said, as far as what I do, oh, I'm a boss. You feel me? I'm not worried about down here. I've done enough down here, more than enough. Like I said, I'm still working and still at it, but that's the thing. My job is to not get caught up down here. I'm moving on to bigger and better things, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I already shut down all these folks. So it's not even a matter of like I'm gonna be leaving so they won't have to worry about me. Oh, everybody's still gotta worry because I'm gonna be here. Christina and I gonna be here, but we gonna be here after traveling and stuff. We're gonna have even more power. I mean, there's nothing really folks can do. Like, there's nobody who's scary like that. That's why I don't understand y'all. Like, first of all, there's nobody tougher or worse than me. That's what y'all don't get. And I'm the real deal, and I stand with God. That's what Batman is trained to do. Come up against all y'all. It's in the depictions. In the depictions, who do you think he's coming up against? Is that a cat? What the hell is that? Meow. Yeah, it's a kitty. Meow. He's cute. Meow. He's just chilling. I like him. But yeah, like I said, you know, folks are funny, man. Real talk. I stand with God, man. God got me. He brought me this far. What y'all don't get is I had to come up against a lot of people, bro. Okay, that's what you don't understand. I'm talking a whole lot of people, a whole lot of evil folks. You know what I mean? Most of this country is run off corruption. Most of this country is bought out, I believe, by the cartel. That's what folks don't get. When I say cartel, I mean it could be anybody. At this point, there's plenty of y'all that bow down to that, and you're a part of that. You're all evil as hell. So that's the thing is, of course, they're nervous and scared. I got them shook. I mean, oh, they're terrified. It's in the reading. Y'all saw the reading I put up. Quit acting like you don't see them just because I delete them, bro. Because, like I said, I don't like carrying that energy with me. Like, nah, it said the witches are terrified. I already defeated all the witches' covens, right? I'm doing a number on them. God is doing a number on them. Like, I'm your karma. And trust me, I know there's a lot happening with y'all. I know y'all are going through a lot of karma. Well, you kept talking and running your mouth. What did you expect? I told you God ain't going to let that slide. I told you God is in control. And not me, not you. God is in control. You know what I mean? Always. So, like God told me word for word, he said, what I decide is what will be. The thing that's bothering me, and I'm going to come out about this and be honest publicly, is when I have to hear, now I'm hearing, this is getting ridiculous, man. I've heard too many people now saying they're the son of God. You're not the son of God. None of you. I am the son of God. This isn't some, I'm not just rambling, I'm not ranting, I'm not talking nonsense. I'm really the son of God. You all are not. Now you may be, a part of this agenda and everything. Like, yeah, you're a part of it. We're all God's people. I'm cool with that. But you're not God's son. None of you. God's son is going to be doing a lot of action. And that's the thing, is that I'm so smooth about what I do, and I'm so good and efficient at my job and everything I'm doing, that folks don't even know what's going on. That's the thing. That's what Batman is like. This Batman literally blend in like a chameleon, and that's what makes me even more powerful. It's even scarier. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. You know what I mean? I had someone saying that too, like that they were spooked by my presence and my, what I'm saying, like, what I mean, everything I do. So it's like, yeah, no, like, I blend in, bro. Y'all don't get, I could be anywhere at any time, and y'all don't even realize like the real Bruce Wayne is right in front of you that runs the streets. That's a thug. It's like he said, you believe your client, one of the richest, most powerful men in existence in the world, is secretly at night a vigilante who blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? With his bare hands. I mean, like, and your plan is to blah blah blah. Like, y'all don't get this is real. Like, I clean up quick. Like, literally, you can put a suit on me and put me in a suit like right after I just got done getting busy in the street and being active. Like, this is God training me to do this. and I'm going to be at public restaurants. I'm going to be at places, and y'all are going to have no idea. And I'm going to be an unideable Batman. You know what I mean? Like I said, I got this new cape today. I'm going to check it out. I think it folds. I think this material folds. Like I said, I think it's polyester. It's lighter. And I've consulted Christina about it, and I've looked into some other stuff regarding it. I think it was a good buy. I think it was a good pick. And I'm very resourceful because I'm Batman, and I prove it because every time I keep building the semantics of this and getting smarter and smarter with it. And, God is the one showing me and helping me. I believe, I know He is. So, new cape, and it folds. So, I might be able to just fold it to start and, put it on the bulletproof vest and keep it shorter to start so I can see if it'll work with the bike. That's the major component. I don't know when I'm going to be riding it because I'm so sore because of whatever just physical stuff I'm going through, what happened recently, and overworking and stuff. It's connected to that too. And, not sleeping enough, stuff like that. But my point is, I think if I fold it, I don't think I have to change it or mess it up or make two of them. I think I could just fold it and wear it like that. And I think it'll be short enough where it won't get caught in the rigging while I'm riding. So voila, we'll have a cape and we'll try it out, see how it goes. Now, I'm going to have to ask some questions and figure out digitally how it's going to hold up in the heat. You understand? But that's the thing. Like this whole day today was very productive. I didn't do this day for no reason. I did this day because I needed to figure out the semantics and I knew what I was looking for. That's why I went over there. Okay. So y'all don't get it. My friend sent me like $25 too today. So that was really nice of him, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. A lot of it got spent that quickly because money goes, man. This is a really rough economy, man, and like I'm pretty cheap, but I got things I got to get and do, and that's the thing. I had to buy that cape. It wasn't that expensive or anything, but there's a lot that I do. So y'all don't get, there's always expenses, man. So I need people to donate, please, and the public help me with this. I need money to be able to build these things, and that's my whole thing. I don't respect the attitude here. I don't respect the attitude down here at all. I don't. It's been too much jealousy for no reason, and people act in some way. I just don't respect that. I don't understand what the issue is of why y'all can't just be normal and cool and support me, And then all the other folks who act fake nice and show fake love and say this and that. I'm just like Bruce Wayne in that movie when he says, all of y'all that came to my party, and you're just kissing up, you can go ahead and leave. It's identical because that's the way I am. I would tell people that straight up in front of them the same way. And when I have money, I'm going to. Like, no, I don't sugarcoat stuff. I can see through people and their illusion. I can see people are fake. So you got to keep it real with me. You feel me? That's what folks don't get. Folks don't get. People can say whatever they want. People can do whatever they want. I always reserve the option to put on this bat suit and bat mask and do whatever I want and get busy. Just remember that. Okay? Real talk. Like, you can say whatever you want. Tyree Sneed is whatever. Like, I move around. I do what I do. I'm a nice guy to people. I have rules to follow. But the minute I put on that bat suit, oh, there's no limits and no nothing. Nothing matters anymore. Understand that. Like, I have full options to do whatever I want concerning anyone or anything. Just understand that. Straight up. You know what I mean? I move like that. I got power like that. So just remember, I always reserve the right to put on that bat suit and get busy. You feel me? And I'm the strongest man in the world. So, like I said, that's what this was about. God is building real power and making me unstoppable, like He said. Like Christina said it today, and it really meant a lot to me. It touched my heart, honestly, and I couldn't believe she said that. I thought it was amazing. She said, you do more than any man every day. And I was like, wow, that was a moment, made me kind of melt. I was like, wow, the fact that she notices, it means a lot to me, man. Christina says a lot of things to me that mean everything to me that nobody could ever say or would ever say. She's just amazing. But that meant a lot to me today to hear her say that it came from her, because that's who I love and I care about her more than anything, no matter what. I stay by her side on here as much as I can. She's going through a lot, and I'm worried about her, but I also know that God got her and God got me, and God's going to take care of her and make sure she's okay. We're going through hard times, man. That's what y'all don't get. We have this entire time. So for folks not to show any support or, be on this weird energy, yeah, we ain't going to play about that. We got no time for you. And we're not going to give you what you want either. We're not going to entertain you. So that's all I'm saying. One side of the spectrum, building a paper trail, handling things, with the legalities, the legal right way, a responsible way, which is the hardest thing to do. And on the other side of the spectrum, I'm a gangster that wears a mask, and I'm Batman, and I get busy and active, and I literally run the streets. So it's exactly the way that Bruce Wayne is depicted and the whole thing is depicted. No matter what you say or tell yourself, I'm the real Batman, and I'm the only one. You know what I mean? And it's very clear. I'm trying to look at something. But like I said, we're going to keep on pushing forward. We're extremely successful. I've succeeded on every avenue and every part of the spectrum to this. Every test God gave me, every test I've come across, I've passed with flying colors. I'm extremely successful. I hope that y'all know that. That video, like I said, it just did like over 640 views. All we do is get views and make money, bro. All these other people, they sleeping on me, and you making a huge mistake, bro. All y'all been making the biggest mistakes of your lives regarding me. Real talk. Y'all been making some serious mistakes, especially going against me and letting me know who you are. Yeah, you making a huge mistake, bro. I don't forget nothing. You understand? I told people I literally forget nothing, and I let nothing go. That's what folks don't get. So that's why, like I said, no, when people want to sit here and play these games and you go against me, like I said, there's more than one way to approach things. I'm going to shut down everything going on. You understand? Oh, I'm going to win. Real talk. See, people don't understand with me. Like, and at the point I'm at now, I don't even care. Like, I'm playing a whole different ball game now. Because now I'm following the rules, and that makes me even worse. Real talk. Because now I know what I'm really doing. See, folks don't get. I'll literally sit here, bro. Like this is how real it is. I will sit here and pretend on one side of the spectrum with you, right? Just for the fact that you're doing it to yourself and worsening y'all's situation. And like I said, catching charges and felonies, you're doing it to yourself. And I'll play that one side of the spectrum, and then I'll play the other side of the spectrum too, where I'm still the tough guy and got the whole street shook. I'm willing to play in both arenas. I'm not joking. That's really the point of this. So what's up now? Like, no, I don't owe anything to you. Like, what are you talking about? Too many folks went against me for me to sit here and act. There's no acting anymore. Like, no, you go against me, I'm going to work to make sure that everything is shut down. It's that simple. I don't let nothing go, cousin. I get even. Believe me. You understand? And if people check my past and history, I tried to explain this to folks a long time ago, but my history says it all, bro. It spells it out. I really don't just get even. I don't. I always take it farther. I always do. I'm very, very extreme, like real talk. So, like I said, let folks think what they want, man. I'm gonna use that to my advantage. If you delusional, much less, oh, I'm gonna have a field day with you. Real talk, because I'm just basically moving you around with puppet strings. That's what people don't get. These people, my puppets, all of them. I'm the puppet master, for real, literally. In real reality, though, in real life, I'm the puppet master. So, like I said, I don't care what people say, man. That's what Batman's about, control. Why do you think he wears those gloves? And we gonna get me a pair of gloves at some point too. Batman gangsta as hell. That's what y'all don't get. It was never really the Joker who was in control. It was Batman. That's the point. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it is what it is. Joker can try to do his evil, and I'm here to stop it. And I'll always be here to stop you, Mr. Freeze. You understand? Real talk. So, like I said, what I do is real. I don't know what y'all do and what you spend your time with or waste your time with. I don't really care either. But I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm going to stay focused and be the best in the business and the best at what I do. You understand? And it's that simple. And like I said, just like I was explaining to someone, like the public thinks nothing is happening. They think I'm a celebrity and it's all cute. Like, nah, bro, there's been so much that's happened There's stuff happening every day that's like catastrophic. You know what I mean? I just don't spell it out for you and I don't tell you about everything. There's tons of action going on. Like I'm getting busy in every level and I'm doing this in every dimension. Seriously. I do this in every dimension. Like the way they depict Wesley, you know who in the vampire movie, that's what I do on a spiritual level and on a physical level on both planes in every dimension. You know, there's different dimensions, right? That's what you don't get. I'm so powerful. I operate in different dimensions. See, the thing is that I'm hearing people now and people are just talking to talk and like, you know, I mean, there's a difference between rambling and just babbling nonsense and talking incoherently and crazy. And there's a different, huge difference between that and the way I'm talking. What I'm talking is all facts, brother. I can explain all this to you. It's just that I'm operating at a higher level of intelligence. So it's hard for y'all to perceive what I'm telling you and trying to teach you and explain to you. And I don't really have a need to explain it to you because why would I need to justify it to you? Do you get the point? If I'm a genius and I'm already smarter than you, I don't need to justify this is how smart I am. It took me a long time and God worked with me on that to not apologize for, me being here because I'm a big guy. I was always very apologetic for my presence. I was always very timid. I was always very shy. I've just always been like that. And God has worked with me on that. Like, no apologies. Like, don't apologize for taking up all the space that you do. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. So he's helped me a lot, man. God has shown me a lot. I'm just being honest, and I believe that he's healing me and teaching me every day, nonstop. So that's the main consensus. I may not agree with everything that everyone says. I may not agree at all with the way people act or their actions or even the way they run their mouth. But if you generally seem like you're with God and a good person, that's all I care about. I'll have your back all day. And that's the situation. Like, no, I'm gonna have folks back who are loyal to me and show me that they care and they're trying to help. I'm gonna have that person's back all day. I don't care what they do or say that I don't agree with. I'm gonna have loyalty. That's how I am. You know what I mean? Like I protect my people. You know what I mean? I provide for my people. I've always been like that, man. So, like I said, beautiful day today. Got a whole lot done. I got a new cape, and I'll just have to take a look tomorrow or whenever and see if I fold it, how it's gonna work, if it'll go on there on the bulletproof vest correctly, and we'll see if it'll work with the bike and if it'll stay intact, and not come undone. We'll figure it out. I'll take a look at it, but very excited about it, genuinely, And then I don't know if like when I'm not riding the bike, when I'm walking or something, I can, maybe I can refold it and fix it and change it where it's a lot longer. But we'll just have to, play with it and figure it out. Just that simple. It's a lot of semantics, a lot of trial and error, a lot of learning. So we'll see. I just really hope it doesn't get caught in that bike again, man. Because if it does, it's gonna suck. That I'll tell you right now. So I don't know. I'm thinking of making it really short and going from there, and then seeing how that goes. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, honestly. All jokes aside. So other than that, like I said, my business is successful. I think we're up over 126 bucks for that. Well, yeah, we have the check coming in for 166 and some change, 21st to the 26th, and then the next check we're up over $26, which is pretty good, pretty decent. It's not where I want to be, but it's pretty decent. And I don't understand that either because, like I said, I'm getting mad views. I'm always doing my job amazingly, and they just keep making me wait. But it's all good, man. Realistically, I think we're gonna be all right, man. Like I said, and realistically, right now, I mean, with everything in total adding up of what I'm looking at getting and everything, I mean, I think we're around like, mm, you know what? I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Like I said, I'm gonna do what's conducive for me, man. I'm gonna make the right moves because I need help right now, man. I genuinely do. I need help. I need support. I got a long way to go. There's a lot of money I need to make, and I'm 100% in the business of doing this with other people's money. Yes, I'm 100% in the business of crowdfunding and trying to get people to actually donate to me. Y'all haven't supported my GoFundMe at all. I don't think you haven't supported anything I'm doing. Like, I mean, my yeah, that pocket watching stuff is over with. Y'all need to come up off my money and pay me. I need help. I need support financially, and it's that simple. So I'm going to keep pushing for the public to start supporting me. Like I said, you want to, if you see me in the street, hand me some cash, help me change. I'll take whatever, bro. As long as it's that money, I mean, all that other stuff, like, I don't want nothing from nobody other than cash and money and donations. I mean, I had to tell somebody that today. They were offering me this and that. I was like, nope, I'm good. I don't trust none of y'all. I don't know you. I don't know you from Adam. I mean, nah, hell no, bro. I'm not doing that no more because it's not worth it. It honestly isn't worth it. It's not worth whatever I get, even if like it holds me over for a little bit. It's not worth the paranoia and having to worry about it and not knowing who that person is or what their intentions are and what their agenda is. I'm done doing that, bro. Like real talk. And like that's the game I don't play. Like the one thing that I can't stand, my number one pet peeve is when people try to act like they're gonna influence or have me do anything. Nobody makes me do anything. I do what I want to do. And I don't care who you are. I will stand up to you and tell you this. And that's the problem. And then folks be tripping and be acting this and what that. Like, bro, all that stuff fake, man. Ain't none of y'all tough, bro. But boy, miss me with what y'all talking about. Like real talk, y'all talk too much. That's the problem. Y'all talk too much and you don't know who you're talking to. You don't have a clue. So, like I said, I'm a monster, bro. I do this for real, and this is what I was bred to do. I don't have any emotions. I don't have any of what you talking about. I just go out and get busy. I have no limits, bro. I don't care. I'm not scared of nothing, bro. Like that's what you really don't understand. Like there's a difference between being scared and having, fears of things. And people like I have fears, but I face them, right? But there's a difference between genuinely being scary or scared or caring or any of that, and somebody who's pretending to be scared when the time's right. Because I'm playing you. You're getting played. That's what y'all don't get, like completely. And why? Because you played yourself. All y'all playing yourself because you're delusional. There is no other option. If you come maliciously and you come and you're delusional and you come with some delusional nonsense and you jelly of me or whatever and you trying to hold me back, then the only option at this point is to go ahead and long and pretend with you because that's what you're doing. You're basically pretending because that reality of what you're trying to act like I am doesn't exist and that's not who I am, right? So I have no other option or alternative but to go ahead along and pretend with you. And every time it's just going to work to your detriment. You're going to lose and you're going to worsen your situation. And that's what happened. And that's what continues to happen. It's not one person. There's plenty of people jellying me. There's plenty of people who were part of this conspiracy and collusion, and they've committed these crimes across state lines. Those are felonies. Collusion and conspiracy across state lines, bro, that's prison time. I'm going to win completely. And now I'm creating a full paper trail. What did I tell people our slogan was for this year? Play with me if you want. That's my slogan. I don't play games. I get busy. I don't play games. I get results. I don't ask. I tell you what you're going to do. I'm the mob. Capiche? So, like I said, man, this is the problem, bro. I've been kicking this for a long time talking. Now people saying, oh, he really about that. He really wasn't joking. Yeah, I think I proved that existentially. Are we serious right now? You know how much history I got in the street? I got more stripes than a zebra, bro. I'm really about that life. I'm about this. That's the problem. When you got folks who ain't about that life, how are you going to act tough with me? Do you see what I'm saying? I have all the stripes. I've been doing this. I'm about this. Like, I'm about getting busy and active in the street for real. I get down. So if you don't get down, how would somebody who don't get down and ain't about that life and don't get busy act like they're tough with an enforcer? So what would be the option? Okay, pretend along with you. And like I said, now you worsen your situation. Now people catching charges and stuff. It's not conducive for me to get tough and and act like who I truly am with anyone because that's not the position I'm in. I got a career, I got a job, I'm building a future, I got a future. And that's the problem. Most of these people, they ain't building nothing, they don't have nothing. So they feel like whatever, I guess that they just have nothing to lose. And folks like that, I don't get around them. I don't play with them. Like you go against me, that's fine. You go against me if you want, and you're going to lose. And I'm going to approach everything the legal right way because that's the only option at this point. And that's what folks don't get. See, somebody who wasn't as smart as me, they would have taken bait and they would have jumped and they would have given them what they wanted, right? Or what they think they want, what they want to pretend in front. Because, the truth is nobody wants that. Nobody wants gangster Tyree. None of that. Nobody wants Tyree upset. Trust me. But people think they do because, again, they're delusional. They don't comprehend who I am. Do you see the point? That makes me the puppet master. See, folks don't get now at this point. I do it like martial arts. If you defeat your opponent mentally, you never have to resort to the physical. So what I do is I just basically own you. I create leverage and I get leverage, right? And most of you give it to me without trying, and then I just own you. You're already in my pocket. I own folks. That's what people don't get. Like literally, everybody. I could go down. I could go down the list and explain to you how much I own folks. I don't need to. Like that's the thing. We're done explaining. I'm respected or feared. I kicked this rhetoric for a long time because it was never rhetoric. I'm a gangster, bro. This is how I get down and how I move. You know what I mean? If you want to act like I'm this and that and I'm suddenly soft because I'm making better decisions and I done got my mind completely right and woke up and said, no, all y'all against me and all y'all, are not built like me and y'all some cowards. So okay, we gonna play these coward games. Okay. I'm gonna defeat you at your own game. And that's why I got them in their feelings. I could play both games. I multitask. I could do, you know what I mean? I could do anything I put my mind to. I'm going to win. These folks was playing a game. They thought there was no way for me to win, and I just did. Drops mic, boy. What do you got to say? What y'all know about this? Y'all don't know nothing about my lifestyle. Y'all don't come from my walk of life, like I told you, bro. Y'all do a lot of talking, man. And I've had too many years in the street. I've gotten busy. I mean, I got too much history, homie, for real. I really am about this. That's what y'all don't get. Like, I really don't care. Like, that's the thing. Like, I really did this. Like, so, like, everything that I've done in the street in my life, you know what I mean? I've stood on business so many times with so many different people. I've gotten so much accomplished. Like I done proved so many people wrong and proved that I was always the toughest thing walking with everyone. Like I'm telling you, bro, everybody know about me, bro. So if, like I said, if folks want to pretend or they want to really act or somehow they're delusional and they want to act like they don't know reality and know who I am and what I'm about, okay, no problem. You know what I mean? Because the truth is that, everybody is in for a rude awakening and everybody finds out, like I told you. But the thing is, folks is finding out in different ways. That's all that's happening. Everything is situational. You don't always want to be the tough guy with everybody because sometimes that won't work to your benefit. You see the point? I'm just smart. Everything's situational. People can come with whatever energy they want and they're gonna lose. And all y'all finding out that you're gonna lose, y'all keep losing. You see my point? I don't care what you talking about. That's my thing. You got all sorts of people sit back. Y'all got good like support systems, environments, like you gravy, you all right, but you ain't accomplished what I've accomplished. That's the thing I have on everybody is y'all can't come close to what I do because you're not built like me. You feel me? So you might have your opinion, of anybody any day could be like, man, I feel this way towards him. You could do that with anyone. And, I'm gonna, say how I feel and I'm a blah 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 and I'm gonna come with this and that. You come with any energy you want. You come with anything other than pure respect and showing me love, you know what I mean? Or fear, I mean, you gonna lose. That's all I gotta say. I don't care who you are. You gonna lose on every side of the spectrum, and then you gonna understand and learn like everybody do who you was playing with. I don't care who you is. I'm telling you facts. You understand? You gonna realize, bro, that dude literally didn't waste no time. Like he accepted my challenge basically, and he did it in a really clever, genius way. And now he just went to work on me and everything I got going. And now I can't even, I can't. He's limited my movements. I can't do nothing. Like I got folks shook, bro. I really run the streets out here, homie. That's what you don't get. I'm an actual gangster. I told you I'm the mob. You thought I was playing? So you don't get it, like that's what folks don't get. They be thinking that you really, really is their delusion. Like, no, you got me confused, little homie. So if you got me confused, y'all folks play with grown men, bro. I'm a grown man. I'm the one who really, really don't care. I'm the one who look at things and approach things, even though I got it all. I look at things every day like I have nothing to lose. Ask Christina; she'll be the first to tell you. I really don't care, bro. Y'all care though. Like you don't get it, bro. I go 0 to 100 anytime I want. I always reserve the option to be me and react any way I want. I was always the one that turned up. And when I turned up, it didn't matter who it was. I was going to win on every side of the spectrum. So that's what I'm saying. Now we going to play the game. You playing my game, homie. Now I'm going to have a whole lot of fun doing this. Y'all just making this a whole lot of fun for me. You feel me? Like you don't get it, bro. Like I really do this, bro. I do things that none of you would have the heart to do for fun.
That's why when I hear wannabe fake thugs on the internet, I'm like, wow, that's crazy because y'all don't know what I've already done. You don't have a clue. You don't have a clue how busy I've actually got in the streets. You don't have a clue how I was when I was younger and when I was active. You don't know nothing about me. So I love it because I've done it all and seen it all of it. That's what you don't get. And y'all folks really be looking at me like, oh, he just a white boy. You keep thinking that. This is the man that ran everything in Bankhead, homie. You feel me? Y'all don't know me. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep using that to my advantage. You tell yourself what you want. I'm a hood dude and I'm a street dude. You feel me? And like I said, that's the thing. I was always the enforcer in the street. I was the enforcer when I did bar security. Seriously, go on 6th Street and just ask the truth. Tell me the truth. Does Tyree Sneed really get busy? That's all you got to do. Go to them clubs and ask, did he really do what he claims? Was he basically untouchable out here and does he get down? And they're going to tell you, they're going to look you in your eye and they're going to say, "Yeah, that dude's not the one, bro." They're going to like you're don't play with him. That's what they're going to tell you. You can go to bar owners. There were bar owners roommates, okay, who literally know reality. Okay? All sorts of folks was coming into these bars drunk. And I said, anyone coming through these doors that ain't fully respectful, common sense. Okay? I'm getting busy. I'm going to do my job real well because I was security. And when I do security, I do real security. You see what I'm saying? Ask folks to tell you the truth. They'll tell you. They're gonna tell you straight up, like yeah, they're gonna tell you I was worried that it was gonna become a liability. That's what they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you, yeah, that dude ain't nothing to play with. Real talk. That's what folks don't get. You can't wish me away. You can't take my accomplishments and pretend they don't nobody because you don't know me. These are folks down here, bro, who barely take a trip to Austin like once a leap year. You're nobody in Austin. I'm the king. That's my city. I was born there. Do you see the point? So why would I care what happened down here? Why would I care about these little minions and little homies with a little opinion? I don't care what you think. I don't care about the valley again. You understand? Like I care on a level I care about people and I want to help this place, yes, but don't sit here and act like I'm a care with the folks going against me. I don't care what you talking about, bro. All you gotta do is ask about me, bro. People gonna tell you. That's the thing. Like y'all don't get when I did bar security, half the time I was living in the shelter or hotels. I never ever had a spot in Austin, bro. So I mean, for a man to do all that and barely sleep and be getting busy, like, are you serious? When I used to do all this stuff doing bar security, I used to literally wait till about 6 in the morning, go walk a couple of blocks, literally take a nap. That's all. And take a nap and get up and go right back to work. Do everything I had to do for the day and then go to work and work till like 4 or 5 in the morning. But y'all think you have it hard with no spot, nowhere to go. Do you even comprehend the man that y'all came up against? Do you have any clue that I have no limits? Do you understand if I did live on a park bench, I could still run this movement and you're still dealing with the same gangster and I don't have any limits and don't care? I'm not weak, brother. I tried to explain this to all of you a long time ago. I'm extremely smart and I'm making genius moves and I'm defeating you. There's a huge difference. I'm not weak. I'm getting smart. I'm understanding how to play this game now because at first I wasn't used to it because I was always the tough guy and I expected more out of people for them to have some self respect, right? But nobody does now. And this is the new age. So when you're talking about a bunch of, you know what, just basically cowards in the new age, you think that you can tell me anything or hold a candle to me? You folks really think that you can play with me? This is going to be so fun. You have no idea how much fun I'm already having with all y'all. Like that's the thing. Like you made this fun for me. I'm a madman with it, homie. Trust me, I'm a fool with mine. So like I said, folks can tell themselves what they want, do whatever they want. Hey, I told you, homie, this is what I'm all about, bruh. You feel me? Y'all barking up the wrong tree. Y'all done picked the wrong one, homie. For real, all y'all, bro. I'm just getting started too. You understand? So like I said, I do this for fun. Feel me? Real talk. This is fun for me. You understand? Like what? Yeah. Can you imagine folks like showing me straight up and down that how they don't wish me well, they wish me hell, and then me just being like, oh, okay, it's all good. like, no, like I really do. Like, I walk away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do walk away. I'm not gonna lie on that aspect. Like, I walk away and I forgive and I forget because that's the right thing to do. But at the same time, like, at the in the instance in the time, yeah, I got to stand my ground. And I'm just saying, like, nah, I just go to work on everything and then I shut everything down. And then you understand at that point who you was talking to. Like, that's the thing. Like, bro, I got this stuff tattooed on me, bro. I live by this. This never gets violated. I done told y'all this. I told you we gonna make sure everybody follow G code now. I don't care who you is. You understand? However we go about doing that, I don't care how that looks to a public that can't even face me and have a conversation. You see my point? I told you, you doing yourself a disservice with all this hiding stuff. It's been almost 20 years, and none of these folks have seen me, talked to me face to face, said anything to me. And at this point, it would really wouldn't be a good idea, would it? And what would be the point? That's what folks don't get. These folks really took this, okay, he made it on YouTube, so now we're going to start pretending and playing. And I shut down all of that real quick, didn't I? No. See, just because I'm successful won't let you stress me, like the Young Jeezy song. Just because I have a business now and I'm doing well and I'm building something and doing something, right? Doesn't mean I'm soft. It doesn't mean, oh, you get to play these games now. You see what I'm saying? See, people don't get operate on every side of the spectrum. Anything that even barely start, I'm gonna shut it down quick. That's what you don't get. And I'm going to preserve my future, my freedom, me building my business, my businesses. Everything will be preserved. I'm about self preservation, homie. And that's the definition of a true American gangster, which is what you're hearing and what you're looking at and who you're talking to. Capiche? I don't play games. I shut everything down. That's what I do. I shut it down. I shut everything down. I shut it down. Feel me? Ain't that what Busta Rhymes used to say? Shut them down, shut them down. Boy, stop it. All these rappers been rapping about me and my lifestyle and what I live. Remember when they were saying gangster Tyree? I told you ain't no such thing as a gangster Tyree. Tyree is a gangster through and through. See, you got folks think it's an option to deny who I am and my accomplishments and what I've done and who I am. No, I don't know any person with self-respect who would allow anyone to do that. That's why I don't play with y'all. I'm not the one, bro. Keep my name out your mouth. Don't say nothing about me. Don't say nothing to me. Don't speak on me. Don't speak on my life, my pain, my suffering. Don't say nothing about me. Right. And like I said, I don't care how many folks it is. I don't care who it is. Everybody is going to continue to learn to keep my name out their mouth. That's what I've been doing this entire time. You can look at my old screen name on my channel and everything. What was it? Do you remember what it said? Because I do. Rob Rack's seen it. That's what I was doing the whole time all y'all been yapping and running your mouth. Do you understand that? Do you understand every person that's even said anything slightly wrong to me or that I don't like? I've already completely won. I don't do no talking over here. I get busy. If folks want to play games, hey, be my guest, be my guest. Put my gangster to the test. Because I'm nuts when it come to this. I'm really about this. So see, there was a bunch of YouTubers, there was people getting on camera, remember? In these different states fronting like they was about this. No, you're not. You're about the actual run and hide game. You're about the acting game. You're about the fronting game. You're about the I'm jelly, so now I'm gonna act tough. You're about the sending agents game and not caring about them. You're about the not talking to each other and corresponding so that people would just know, hey, yo, that man right there is a straight gangster and do not play at all. You don't know anything about me. I ain't told you nothing. I ain't told you nothing I've ever done. I ain't told you nothing. You have no idea who y'all are talking to. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. All the real stuff happened off camera, bro. Keep my name out your mouth. You understand? Oh, believe me. Everybody learns. Everybody know what it is. Feel me? You feel that? And you think I care about you little Masons? What? Boy, are you serious? Bro, I done came up against people way worse than the Masons, bro. I done came up against people way worse than these little witches. These little wannabe kitchen witches. I done came up against people way worse than all y'all put together, little homie. You understand? And I won completely, catastrophically. That's why, what did you think? You think it's a surprise? You think I didn't know that I can win? I don't ever guarantee anything. I'm confident, you know what I mean? But I knew I could win. I knew I was gonna win. Yes. I won by myself, bro. You know how many folks done came up against me through this? I completely won, bro. I got them all shook. Straight up. They terrified. Everybody. A Batman. And now I just move on to bigger, better things. That's a genius. All right. Drops Mike. I'll talk to y'all later, man. Stay mad while we getting all this bread and money. Easy.